Welcome back. It is Game 3 of the World Series as the Rangers are on the road in Arizona to take on the Diamondbacks series. Tied up all 1-1. Our favorite picks are on the way. It's Austin joined by Logan from Calling Our Shot. Let's recap yesterday, man. We have been on a little bit of really just a bad stretch in the MLB. We had Rangers minus 1.5 in. I don't think that really hit. They got smoked. They lost 9-1, but we're going to get back on track, hopefully, in this season in style. Hopefully, we can dominate the rest of the postseason. Been on a little bit of a cold streak in the MLB playoffs, at least the last couple of videos we've done, but I'm confident that we will get this turned around. Now, I know there are going to be a bunch of comments because it's going to be our first video posted of Monday. For the people that are asking where the NBA video is, look, I got in at 2 a.m. last night. Cut me some slack. It'll be live in a couple hours. Everything, the NBA and the Monday Night Football video should be live within, I don't know, by 10 or 12, by noon. You'll have the picks well before the games start. But, of course, we're going to talk about Bet365, then hop into the pick. New users have two offers to take advantage of at Bet365. One, you can get $150 in bonus bets, or two, you can get a safety net bet up to $1,000 in bonus bets. So, how you claim it? Top link in description. Choose your offer, and then you can collect your bonuses. Again, we talk about Bet365 a ton. Great odds, especially in the NFL and the NBA and the MLB. Available in New Jersey, Ohio, Virginia, Kentucky, Colorado, and Iowa. If you're in one of those states, definitely you should be on Bet365, one of the best sports books for odds out there. But Logan, I'm going to let you bounce back after that Rangers minus 1.5 pick. Who are you rolling with in Game 3?
Yeah, I'm keeping that same energy, and I'm not letting Game 2 cloud my judgment a little bit. I'm going back to the Rangers money line, minus 110 odds on DraftKings. Your best value there. Now, we get to pick them in this one, and I just want to take the Rangers because I was dead wrong in taking the Rangers in Game 2. I like their matchup here, though, in a pivotal Game 3 with Mad Max on the mound. Look, really what this comes down to is I've been riding the Rangers all postseason long. I've said, how I feel about the Rangers, and I've said how I feel about the Diamondbacks in this series. Why would you want me to change up my energy now? Why would you want me to jump ship and go to the Diamondbacks? A lot of people would call me out for that. So you know what? I'm riding the Rangers, and I'm riding them into the ground. Who starts for the Diamondbacks today? It's Brandon Pfaadt, though. 2.7 ERA and a 1.08 whip in the postseason for Pfaadt. He's been ridiculously good. He's impressed the hell out of me, and I knew he was capable of doing this because we've seen flashes of it. He just in the regular season wasn't able to put it all together. Now, Texas is no stranger to winning games on the road. It's weird. They play, in that Houston series, they won all their games on the road. And Texas is hitting 273 on the road in the postseason. It's almost like being on the road. They feel less pressure. It doesn't really bother them. And I think this is a good spot for them today. Pfaadt faced this Rangers team back in May, gave up 7 earned runs in 4 2/3 innings pitched. And I'll remind you, back then, Rangers didn't even have Seager or Carter in there. Those are two guys near the top of their order and very important bats. Now, Brandon Pfaadt also, he's not the same pitcher now that he was back then. Obviously, he struggled through what he needed to struggle through. But there's still familiarity there. They still knew how to hit him way back in May. Can they channel some of that or find out what worked in that one and bring it to this game? Sure, why not? And if we look at Pfaadt, he's been great in the playoffs. His weaknesses are still obvious to me, though, in the StatCast metrics. He's not a flawless pitcher. He'll go out and put up some good numbers, but he's still 3rd percentile in barrel percentage, 16th percentile in hard hit percentage, 31st percentile in expected ERA. All of that is to mean that a great slugging team like the Rangers could expose a rookie in the World Series. And we know Pfaadt uses the sweeper. It's his go-to pitch in the playoffs. Well, I looked at, every single one of these Rangers hitters, hitter by hitter, to see, well, how do they fare versus the sweeper? Because if they can hit the sweeper, they're going to do some damage against Pfaadt. Well, Semien, Seager, and Mitch Garver all hit the sweeper pretty well. I expect all of those guys to be in the lineup today. Now, the question is, can Semien finally get some hits with runners in scoring position? I sure damn hope so, because he better be on base. He's been a no-show for a lot of the playoffs when they needed him. Hopefully we get Marcus Semien, and I can always count on Corey Seager. That's an offense that, again, I mentioned, 1 through 9, there's guys that can do damage all throughout this order. Now, a not rookie starting for the Rangers today is Mad Max. Max Scherzer starts for the Rangers, 9.45 ERA and a 1.8 whip in the postseason. Not great numbers for Mad Max, but you got to look at it. It's also a smaller sample size. Max Scherzer only went 2 2/3 innings pitched and 2 earned runs in his last outing in Game 7 versus the Astros. I imagine he only faces the lineup once, maybe a maximum of twice, through the order. I just don't really see them giving Max Scherzer a really long leash in this one. I mean, why would you? Now, if he's cooking, then they'll keep him out. But I don't see why. Now, if I look at the splits versus Max Scherzer of this Diamondbacks team, I could actually see a world where he does get through the order a few times without really getting rocked. Let's start with Tommy Pham, Mr. Just went scorched earth in game 2. It's like I picked his under in bases or something. Jeez. 3 for 23, only batting 130 versus Max Scherzer. We got Gurriel Jr., 1 for 8, only batting 125. Ketel Marte, a very important bat in this lineup, 1 for 9, 111. And you got Corbin Carroll, 1 for 2, 500, all against Mad Max. I've just always mentioned this, if Corbin Carroll and let's just say Marte go a little bit cold in this game, I am not counting on Tommy Pham to do what he did in game 2. I'm just not. Like, that's not what he's done in the season. If he wants to be a World Series, hero again, by all means do so. I just think Max Scherzer could have a decent start in line for us today. Arizona's only hitting 257 in the postseason. Not like it's, that crazy. Only 254 at home. These are just about average numbers. What the Diamondbacks are so good at doing and why, people that back them, I totally get it. What they're good at doing is just putting the ball in play and hitting where the defense isn't and getting those runners in scoring position home. They've done it, all playoff long. They've just been the better hitting team. Could Max Scherzer present a roadblock today? I definitely think so. Now let's talk about the bullpen, because once Max Scherzer comes out, obviously they need to hold it down. They looked bad in game 2. On the postseason, though, they still have a 3.9 bullpen ERA. Not bad numbers at all for this bullpen. They were heroes in the Astros series. Can they once again be heroes in this series? I do think so. Arizona's bullpen, by comparison, 3.04 ERA this postseason. They've been really lights out. But I know what I saw in game 1, and we all know that this Rangers team was able to get to the Arizona bullpen in game 1. Can they once again do that in game 3? Game 2 was definitely out of reach, and it didn't even really matter what they did there. I think the Rangers bring the bats today. I think Max Scherzer is good enough, and I do think the offense is the difference in this one. I think they do pull away from Arizona, and they do take a decisive game 3 winner in this one. Austin, what are your opinions on this game?
Yeah, I mean, you touched on it. The Rangers are 8-0 this postseason on the road. They've been no stranger to winning on the road. Heck, that's probably they've been better here. So I don't hate the pick. I think the Rangers, we've seen them win on the road. We've seen them, on those tough teams. I mean, even going back into Houston, a lot of people didn't think they could force it. Well, game 7 when got that done. This is a big game 3. I think they play better. I mean, only scoring 1 run yesterday. We've seen this team all season long. Whenever they have bad games, they only bounce back and have a pretty good game. You talked about Font. He's been really good, but we've also seen him at home where he's normally actually struggled. Is more at home than on the road. I could see them getting to him. I think this really comes down to Scherzer, though, how he looks. If he looks decent and gives us, 3 or 4 innings pitched and not giving up 3 or 4 earned runs, maybe 1 earned run, I think this is going to be a good spot. But again, in Scherzer, we're still kind of seeing it, but I do like that he has a couple starts under his belt in this postseason before you're just throwing him out there like in his first start when we faded him. But I really do think this is a good spot to back the Rangers to pick them, so you shouldn't have a bad time getting any price, but that's going to be our favorite pick for game 3. Let us know your favorite picks down below. A reminder, those NBA and NFL videos will be live a little bit later on today. Definitely go check them out. I'll link them on the screen when they are live. Let's go 1-0 in game 3. Start to win back some of our units after this little MLB cold streak. Let's have a day. We'll see you guys back again in the next one. Peace!